There is a question that quietly lingers in the hearts of all who seek to understand death. Where does the soul go after it leaves the body? It's a mystery that has captured the minds of sages, mystics, and seekers throughout time. But this journey is not as distant or unknowable as it seems. It is closer, more intimate, a path that we all are invited to walk with awareness. The soul's journey is not a random drift into nothingness or a chaotic dance of memories. Instead, it moves through subtle realms, guided by the impressions and energies it has gathered throughout life. These impressions are like seeds planted in the soil of consciousness, and the soul carries their weight as it steps beyond the physical. Imagine the soul as a traveler crossing a vast ocean. The waves are not storms but gentle currents, some swift, some slow, leading toward different shores. The soul's destination depends on the nature of its own inner landscape, shaped by the intentions, attachments, and understandings cultivated in life. Sadhguru often explains that memory, attachment, and identity are the invisible chains that hold the soul in certain realms. When a soul clings tightly to memories of pain, fear, or desire, it remains entangled in those vibrations. But with awareness and inner work, those chains can be loosened, allowing the soul to move freely. This is why understanding death is not just about the end, but about the journey toward freedom. The soul's release is a moment of profound surrender, a letting go of the known and the familiar, stepping into the unknown with trust. It is here that the deepest transformation happens. Many cultures speak of an in-between place, a space where souls rest, reflect, and prepare for what comes next. This place is not separate from us. It is woven into the fabric of existence. Through meditation and inner awareness, it is possible to touch this realm, to glimpse the subtle layers of life beyond form. When we meditate on death with openness and love, we begin to dissolve our fears and misconceptions. We come to see that the soul's journey is less about loss and more about return. A return to the source, the essence from which all life flows. This perspective brings peace that no worldly comfort can provide. The soul, unbound by physical limitations, moves toward light, wisdom, and silence. Yet this light is not just brightness but a profound stillness, a place beyond thought and emotion. To enter this silence is to touch the eternal, to know the self beyond identity. In life, many of us chase happiness outside ourselves, in possessions, relationships, or achievements. But the soul's journey after death reveals a deeper truth. Lasting joy and peace come only from within, from the vast inner space we often neglect. Sadhguru's teaching invites us to prepare for death not with fear, but with grace and awareness. By living consciously and shedding our attachments, we ease the soul's passage and open ourselves to a fuller experience of life, here and beyond. This preparation is not a task for the distant future but for this very moment. Every breath, every mindful pause, is a step on the path toward freedom. When we embrace this truth, death loses its power to frighten us, becoming instead a doorway to mystery and wonder. For those who fear the unknown, meditation is a gentle light, illuminating the shadowed corners of the mind and heart. It shows us that the soul's departure is a natural transition, part of the great cycle of existence, not an end but a beginning. As you listen to these words, feel the invitation to trust the process, to lean into the mystery with openness. Know that you are not alone on this path. Many have walked it before you and many will follow, all connected by the shared journey of the soul. Where the soul goes after death is not just a question of curiosity but of transformation. It calls us to live fully, to love deeply, and to awaken to the truth that life and death are one continuous flow, two sides of the same sacred coin. This path of mystery stretches far beyond tonight. If your heart feels called to go further, subscribe and walk beside us as we uncover what lies beyond the veil.